Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about communication disorders. Communication disorder is an impairment in the ability to receive, send, process, and comprehend concepts of verbal, nonverbal, and graphic symbol systems. A communication disorder may be evident in the processes of hearing, language, and/or speech. A communication disorder may range from mild to profound. It may be developmental or acquired. Individuals may demonstrate one or any combination of the communication disorders. A communication disorder may result in primary disability, or it may be secondary to other disabilities. One of the disorders is a speech disorder. A speech disorder is an impairment of the articulation of speech, sound, and/or fluency of the voice. The second is a language disorder. A language disorder is impaired comprehension and/or use of spoken, written, and/or other symbol systems. This disorder may involve the form of language, the content of language, and/or the function of language in the communication in any combination. The third disorder is the hearing disorder. It can be similar to described as deaf or hard of hearing. It's a result of impaired auditory sensitivity of the psychological auditory system. A hearing disorder may limit the developmental of comprehension, production, and maintenance of speech and language. Hearing disorders are classified according to difficulties in detection, recognition, discrimination, and comprehension. The fourth disorder is the central auditory processing disorder, similar to deaf but slightly different. This is the information processing of signals not attributed to impaired hearing sensitivity. The information processing involves the cognitive behavior therapy. It can also affect this cognitive behavior with the students that are involved in school. This can refer to limitations in the ongoing transmission, analyzation, organization, transformation, storage, and the use of communication signals. Some facts about the communication disorder. This can be 40 million Americans have communication disorders. By the first grade, it says that roughly 5% of children have noticeable speech disorders that either counselors, teachers, other family members have noticed. 6 to 8 million Americans have some form of language impairment. Some causes of this disease is this can include hearing loss, neurological disorder, brain injury, intellectual disabilities, drug abuse, physical impairments, and vocal abuse. But frequently, this disorder the cause is unknown. They don't know where it came from or how people get it. Some laws that I found out in schools are auditorily impaired. This corresponds to auditorily handicapped. And federal eligibility for legislation. Students with disability cannot hear within normal limits due to either physical impairment or deafness, hearing impairment. Regardless of this cause, the impairment affects academic performance. Communication impaired. These students have language disorders that are not a result of auditory impairment. Testing for this impairment involves the addition of speech language therapists to evaluate a specific team. Students with CI may also be eligible for additional speech and language services. Some of the symptoms of this disorder is social communication disorder. This can include problems with social interactions, social cognitive behavior, This can also affect communication intentions, body language, and eye contact. Some roles and responsibilities that adults may play in this role is speech-language pathologics play a critical role in the screening, assessing, diagnosing, and treating of school-aged children with social communication disorders. Social communication challenges can result in far-reaching problems, including difficulties with shared enjoyment, social interactions, play, peer interactions, comprehension of others, emotionally regulation, spoken and written narratives, literacy skills. Social communication norms may vary, specifically across individuals and cultures. Family members, peers, and other communication partners may encounter barriers in their efforts to communicate and interact with individuals with social communication disorders. It is critical in supporting the individuals and environment that they are in to make the opportunities for interactions and assist the overcoming barriers for them. Some interventions that they suggested are students with social communication disorders many times demonstrate difficulty interacting with others and functioning efficiently in the classroom learning environment. They might demonstrate difficulty with interactions using language to obtain basic needs, taking turns, and might respond inappropriately to language of others. They often make statements that are inappropriate or rude, yet may not understand why their behavior is upsetting to others. As a result of their behavior, they might be rejected by others in their peer group and find themselves with few friends. Some treatments that they have is the ultimate goal of the intervention is to improve social interaction, not to teach specific behavior skills, while the ideal is to address all skill areas, and possibly make their communication skills a lot easier for them while they're in school. The broad impact of social communication disorders, specifically generation of skills that they can develop over time if they get the right help. While developing of treatment programs, it can include both direct and indirect ways to mediate social exchanges. Appropriate intervention settings include environment arrangement, teachers, interventions, and peer-mediated interventions. Even though this is a challenging disability to go through with many students that they have, even adults and adolescents have this issue as well that they face every day. And with the treatments that the families, counselors, and schools that they can provide, it can only get better from here.